Here we are. Good morning, my friend Gusty Gulas. Hi.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Hey, I noticed your intro video, that's sick. I love it.
Thank you. You
And I
took one of those
noticed,
pictures.
I noticed that I took a video, I took a picture in there. I was like, I don't see my photo cred.
Or your photo.
No,
I need to add you into my intro video.
I would really appreciate that.
We'll edit that. Gusty, thank you so much for making time. I know you're a very busy person. Thank you for making time to be on Michelle Humes Live.
You bet.
This is a place where we talk all things business, whether you're in real estate or in any other entrepreneurial business. I think it's so interesting to share with one another what is working, what your struggles are. We all have them. And people don't feel alone when we do something like this, and they can say, hey, that's me too. So first of all, I'd love for you to tell the audience where you live, what your business model is, etc.
Yeah, cool. So I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. We run the number one team in the Birmingham market, been the number one team since 2012. Currently, our setup is we have 30 agents on our team. We've got 8 support staff. We're on pace this year to close 470 in homes, a little over 120 million in volume. So this will be our biggest year, both units and volume. So I'm really excited for my team and where we're going with that. But we cover greater Birmingham market, so 45-mile radius of downtown Birmingham. And, it's really focused on, we want to provide a great customer service experience, and really everything follows suit from that. So that's really our main goal. And that's how I think we've grown through the years.
That's fascinating. And I have tremendous respect for you and your business. We have not known each other that long, but when we did meet, we actually were on our way to go hiking together with a group. Yep. And we got to spend several hours in the car going and coming. Yep. And so I learned a lot about your business in that time. And maybe if people are watching that aren't in real estate, it's a tremendous feat to sell around 500 homes a year. I mean, that is just not something that's easily scaled. What would you say, especially this year in the pandemic, what would you say was your big differentiator, or what helped you to keep on pace and have your best year yet?
Yeah, I think what actually helped us the most is nothing really changed for us. We were always kind of tech forward. We were doing the FaceTimes of folks that were, moving to the area. We were doing virtual tours of homes. We were the first people in Birmingham to bring the Matterport camera, so the 3D virtual tour. We were the first people to do that in 2015. We've always been kind of one step ahead of technology, of just providing that experience. And so really when COVID hit, it really wasn't that big of a difference. I mean, I think everybody took a step back just to figure out what the heck was going to happen. Sure. But we kept moving along. We just kind of adapted really quick. And we went to more Zoom from personal team meetings. We went to Zoom for consultations. And really it just depends on what your clients, how they feel about the pandemic. What's their anxiety level about the pandemic? And you really wanted just to meet them where they were at. And there's even folks on our team that have different levels of anxiety based on what we're going through. And they have different comfort levels of, hey, I'm good with meeting in person. I'm good with not having a mask. We want to meet our folks where they are at. So if they have a mask, we got a mask. If they've got gloves on, we want to put gloves on, all that kind of stuff. So we've just been, for us, it was just a really small adaptation, but we've been selling houses like hotcakes.
Obviously, more than one a day, if I can do the math right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, I think that is, I think that's great. I love the example of the customer service. We talk a lot on our team about the Chick-fil-A experience or the Ritz-Carlton experience.
Absolutely.
To any Chick-fil-A, you're going to have the same experience. You're going to have your order placed correctly. And so scaling that with 30 plus agents and a big staff is difficult. I mean, I know that we're not as far along in our process as you are. And there are some days where I say, gosh, I wonder if we'll get there, because I do think that's why a lot of teams quit, because it's hard. What would you say is your biggest challenge in running a team of that size and that many transactions?
Yeah, well, I think you've got to just absolutely know what you want out of a business. I mean, this is a business, and if, in my opinion, running a team, you've got to be profitable without your personal sales. And that's, in my opinion, the switch when it actually turns into a business. So I think that's really important. I think that, just baby step the growth. Like I started, now granted, I say that because and this year I've literally doubled the size of the team, but I felt comfortable where we actually had the structure where we could double in size for the team. So, you got to go with your comfort levels. Like I was 5 years ago, I was selling 70 houses personally myself. Well, this year, I might do 10, maybe 12 houses this year. So I'm going to be 5% or less of my team's volume. So, I've kind of just backed away, and I've realized, like, hey, my job is to coach, mentor, and hold accountable all of our folks. We have our systems and processes. We want to make sure that everybody runs through the same experience, that, like, hey, if Michelle is one of my clients and she's going to sell her house with me, then she knows that she's going to get professional photography. She's going to get a virtual tour. She's going to get a staging consultation. And so when we have a success story with Michelle, Michelle's going to tell all of her friends, and she's going to talk about her experience working with our team. And when she says everything that she went through, then they're going to call me and they're just going to say, hey, we talked with Michelle. We know the experience. We're ready to sign. And that's really what it boils down to. It is that Chick-fil-A experience. It is that Ritz-Carlton experience. And that's when you can actually be duplicatable and you can scale it. Now, if you say, oh, this person only gets this person only gets that, then in my opinion, it makes it a lot more difficult because you don't know what that person really needs. And, if Michelle went through, say she got a discounted commission, and this is not really commission talk, but that's why it's really important for us to say, here's what we charge, here's what we offer, here's our plan. And if we start changing things here and there for everybody, then it causes issues in the whole business. So that's kind of my take.
I think it's such an interesting point because the principle remains the same, right? The principle is this is what we offer and this is what it costs. And you definitely get what you pay for. Explaining that to a consumer sometimes is so enlightening for them and for the agents. I'll have an agent say that. Do you offer different splits or that kind of thing? And it's like, we stay in principle. This is how the organization works. These are the agreements. And this is where we go from here. And so I love that. I love the way you think, obviously. And I agree. That's how you scale.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, it's not, always think about the client in mind, the customer in mind, and, think of yourself as the customer. How would you want to go through a system and a process? How do you want to be treated? And then that's really how we build everything else on.
Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. I met you, gosh, I don't even know how long it's been, but I know from older videos of you and pictures of you that you have lost a lot of weight. And you did the 75 hard challenge and talked a lot about that. But talk to me about what spurred that on, why you did it. You look fabulous, and what you're doing on a daily basis to put your health first. Because I think realtors and other entrepreneurs certainly don't always, because they're so busy building. So I'd love to hear about your journey through that.
Oh man, if you could see me now.
I'll tell you that question ahead of time.
The 75 hard was amazing, and it was great. Like, I love some structure. I love a plan, and I'll follow that plan. And I saw a ton of success with it. And I literally, at the beginning of the year, at the end of January, I was in the best shape since college, even probably before college.
Wow.
And then COVID hit, and I went from, I feel like 75 hard to 75 soft. And I mean, we went from, all right, hey, I'm working out twice a day, I'm eating really healthy, into being locked down for 75 days with 2 kids under the age of 4. And I was just trying to get to the end of the day.
Right. But tell everybody what 75 hard is, because not everybody knows that.
Yeah, so 75 hard basically is a 75-day plan that I think to me, it's more of a mental challenge. And it's just to say, hey, you've got to drink so many gallons of water a day. You've got to read 10 pages out of basically an entrepreneurial minded book. You've got to work out 2 different 45-minute sessions, one of those being outside. You've got to follow a diet, whatever diet that may be. And you can't drink alcohol. And that's probably the most sad of all.
It's amazing what could happen if we all cut out alcohol.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it really would. But, so I'm going to, starting next year, we'll have to definitely make some changes on that. So, I believe it's very important for your health to be top of mind. Think about it like you've got these athletes. So think of as an agent as an athlete. Well, we're supposed to be at the top of our game, right? People are paying us a lot of money to be at the top of our game. Well, if we're not kind of physically fit and mind fit, then we're not at the top of our game. And should we actually be worth what we're charging? So think of it like that. If we're not in the best shape that we can be, we're probably not going to be feeling great. We're probably not going to be the best agent we can be. We're probably not going to be the best spouse we can be. We're probably not going to be in the best parent that we can be. And so I think it's really important for us to really kind of take a step back, take a really deep look at our health. And, we can work as hard as we want to, but at the end of the day, you've got to be healthy. And there's some point that health can help you stop working. And I don't want to be in that position.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have something else in common. We are both with a fantastic brokerage called EXP. Yep. And our paths were different getting there, but I'd like everybody to know your path because COVID brought about changes for a lot of other brokerage. And you've already touched on this, yet at EXP, because we are a virtually based brokerage or a cloud-based brokerage, there was virtually nothing that had to change. So I'd love to know what happened before you came to EXP. Were you at another brokerage? Did you own the brokerage? Tell us all of that and sort of your journey to the new brokerage.
Yeah. Interesting. An article came out yesterday from Stefan Swanpool about like the trends of 2021 or the projected trends of 2021. And one of the things that they said was the virtual based cloud brokerage. Well, EXP was the first virtual based cloud brokerage that was started in 2009. And so, it's projected for a lot of growth in 2021 and the future. But you're right. We had different paths. I was, over the last 10 years, I was the top agent and top team at the number one company in Alabama. I ended up getting courted to another real estate brokerage, or at least was almost went to another real estate brokerage. In that process, I learned a lot about our team and a lot about me as well. And so I ended up actually starting my own brokerage. And within 3 years, we grew it to top 500 real estate brokerage, according to Real Trends. Mm-hmm. We grew it to be in a top 4 real estate brokerage in our market. And through that process, I'm always watching what is going on. I consider myself a student of the industry. And I've got, as a broker owner or just, as a team leader, as an agent, you need to know what's going on in your, career, in your industry. And so I just saw a bunch of top agents from around the country starting to make the move to EXP. And it really hadn't hit in our market. And so, I had a conversation actually back in 2017 about it, but the timing just wasn't right. Sometimes I kind of kick myself because there was only like 2,200 agents, but I believe timing is always, that's really what a lot of things are based on. And we were finally in a position where it made a lot of sense in 2019. And so August of 2019, we merged my brokerage to EXP. We had about 30 people that came with us. All of my team except one person came, and then other agents at our brokerage transitioned with us. And those 30 people have turned into 150 in a little over a year in my group. So to me, EXP really, not really EXP, but a brokerage is a risk umbrella. The reason that you have brokers are to either coach, mentor, and train you, or to keep you out of trouble.
Yep.
That, in my opinion, is the two reasons why you have a broker. Well, it's a risk umbrella. It's a business. And so in essence, every agent that comes to EXP is a brokerage owner, not because we have stock in the company, but you have the ability to build your brokerage, your group. It could be Gusty's team, or it could be, my old company was Brick. It could have been Brick Group or whatever. Then you can kind of grow it that way and think of EXP as your brokerage operations partner, because that's really what it is. Hey, I've got my brokerage operations partner. They handle all the training. They handle all the onboarding. They've got a broker already in place. So, you go to your broker when you're in trouble, or you've got, something that looks like it might be headed down that path. Those are the things that, in my opinion, what that model does. And then where I come in, to me, is I'm the business partner for the agent, where, and much like yourself, you're helping with marketing, business growth. I mean, and a lot of times we're therapists for the agents. We do everything else, but I've just removed a lot of my risk and liabilities by partnering with EXP. And to me, there is no better model brokerage out there. It was enough for me to walk away from over $1 million offer for my brokerage to partner with EXP for free.
I think you said it best, and about helping your agents that choose to partner with you, whether they're on your team or in your growth expansion model, if you will, your partners outside of your team. I have never seen in our industry and anyone or anything like this, where agents are opening their playbook of how they've done their business. And quite frankly, I could have learned something from you, and you wouldn't care if I opened my playbook to someone else to help them that would come and partner with us at EXP. Everyone is willing. It's a company built on agents helping agents. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions. Oh, the rev share. Oh, the stock. It's a publicly traded company. Forget that stuff. To me, that's just stuff that it took me a few months to even understand what those things meant along the way. But all I knew was, if I needed help, I could call you. If I needed help, I could call any one of our other friends at our company that are interested in helping see me succeed. Not the brokerage per se. That's going to be the after effect, right? And so it's refreshing. It's exciting. We talk a lot about how much fun we're having. I don't know. You've been in the industry a lot longer than me. Have you ever had this much fun?
I will tell you, I had a lot of fun growing my brokerage.
Oh, okay.
The first 3 years of growing my brokerage was phenomenal. And I don't think anything will ever kind of duplicate that, because we had such a great time. But I'll say, from an EXP standpoint, I am much less stressed. I'm having a great time. One of the things I think has been most surprising to me about EXP is how collaborative EXP is, or the agents at EXP are.
100%.
You think of like a cloud-based model, and you think that, I'm not going to be able to have an interaction with somebody at an office. Okay. Well, I feel more connected now at this brokerage, because I can jump on a Zoom with Michelle. I can get on in the EXP world with whoever, and we can have a conversation. You're right. People open up their playbook because we can all celebrate everybody's wins. Because if you're winning in Atlanta, well, I'm winning in Birmingham, because if you're closing a lot of deals in Atlanta, our stock prices are going up. So I'm cheering for you. I want you to be number one in Atlanta, those kind of things. Right. And quite frankly, there really shouldn't be any secrets in real estate. There's not really any secrets in real estate. I've always been kind of an open playbook, no matter if they've aligned with me or not. Mm-hmm. I feel like, try to outwork me. That's probably the biggest thing. Like, hey, here's my plan, and I'm going to, constantly try to evolve and get better, but I'll show you everything that we're doing. Catch me if you can, because that's really what it's about. It's like, hey, I'm consistent. we've closed over 400 homes each of the last 3 years. And, it's like, I've given literally the playbook to everybody in our market, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
We all have our positives and negatives. And, but I do think that's one of the things that does make this company special, that I can pick up the phone for anybody now around the globe, and they'd be willing to say, hey, here's what I think, or here's what I would do. Here's what's made me successful. Here are my systems and processes. And, you've got to, what works for you in Atlanta might not actually work for us in Birmingham, right, and vice versa. But I can take some of the things that you're doing that we're not doing and try to figure out how to intertwine that in our systems and processes, and overall make our whole system better. Mm-hmm. So it's if anybody like it literally is watching this and is in real estate and has been kind of sitting on the sidelines, you really need to do your family a solid and just at least take a look at the model, because the reason I made the merger was for my agents. It was to give them more opportunities. And I'll tell you a perfect example, and I get on a rabbit trail sometimes. I asked one of my agents this week, and I don't know if you saw this Facebook post I did.
Actually, we texted about it. Couldn't believe it. It's awesome.
I asked her, hey, how much stock you got? And she had no clue. She didn't even know how to log in to find out. I
love it.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So I had to go into EXP World because we had to reset our password. So we did that.
She's watching and loves you telling this story. Actually, she is going to love it because I know the ending.
And so she pops in. We take a look, and I show her how to find, Morgan Stanley ShareWorks in her enterprise, and she opened it up, and she had $36,000 in stock. I mean, she's on my team. She's been at the company for a year. She's literally been doing what she's done for the last 5 years, and that is selling houses. Yep. The only difference is she's at EXP, and she just happens to have $36,000 of stock. And a majority of that, she could go and sell that today and pay off a car or pay off whatever. And you could just see it in her face like, oh, my God. And, that's why I did it. That is exactly why I did it, because I can change people's lives. And I'm starting to get emotional over here, but I can change her life. I can change her family's life and the trajectory of everybody that I surround. And that's the power of the model.
I just adore that. I love you. And people ask me why I don't have an individual business, why I don't sell real estate on my own. And the answer is because without building what we're building, we wouldn't be giving other people opportunity. Yeah. And some of us are called to lead others and give opportunity. And I think that is, I just applaud you. I honor you. I think you're a tremendous leader, and it just shows. I mean, I think if you're watching and you see this, that's heartfelt. And so it's just terrific. And leadership can be so lonely. I think that that's something that I've had to learn very quickly.
Yeah.
Building a business. Yeah. And what would you say to other leaders out there that aren't where you're at, that look up to you and that admire you? What would you say to them if they're having a day where they're like, well, I'm not making that impact, but I really want to?
Yeah. Sometimes we just have to take a step back, and sometimes we just got to turn over the phone, turn on silent, and you've got to get yourself, in a better mindset. Because if you're not in a good mindset, you're going to positively or negatively impact everybody that you're around. And so if you are in a negative, mindset, get away from everybody, because it's contagious. Mm-hmm. If you're in a positive mind, like I try to think of the best out of every situation, the most positive thing out of every situation. And then I try to bring that light and be around me. Like if you're walking around me, like I want my energy to go on your energy, and then it just kind of lights up, but if you've got this like dark cloud hanging around you, like get away, like everybody's like, no. Mm-mm. So, I think you just got to take a step back and then like kind of reassess. And, if you get like a if somebody tells you no on the phone, take a minute, take a deep breath, go back in, put a smile on your face, and go call them.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like, get your mindset right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else? I have a captive audience here. Anything else that you would share, whether it's in being an entrepreneur, a business owner at EXP, or another brokerage? I think that's so great. I talk to a lot of different people. They're not all at EXP, and this is not the EXP show. I think it's important to highlight your successes there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would share to encourage or just say, hey, I've been there and I know what that's like, and this is where you're going? Anything else, any tidbit of wisdom you can give us, Gusty?
Yeah. I've had my failures. And I think it's okay to have failures. I think it's okay to, it's okay to just fall flat on your face. You just got to pick yourself up, and you just got to keep moving forward. And, I've gone through growing a team. I've gone through being at the top of the game. I've gone through having half the team walk out based on some of the decisions and the trajectory of where the team was going. I've had $500,000 walk out, in 30 days, and so you just have to restructure. And so, it's like, hey, it's the roller coaster of life. Well, just keep your integrity and do the right thing. Make sure that you are positively impacting everybody. And then you can stay consistent, and then you're not riding the damn roller coaster. But, learn from your experiences. Hey, if that didn't work, change it. If it's working, figure out how to make it better. That's kind of the way I look at it is, positively impact people, learn from your wins and losses. I heard this yesterday. I'm a big Alabama fan. I graduated from Bama, love Nick Saban. I'd like to adopt him as a stepdad. So if Nick's watching, I love you. But he's all about systems and processes. And I heard this yesterday. He goes, or somebody said that they don't review at the University of Alabama football team does not review the footage of their losses. They review the footage of their wins to figure out how they get better. That's a sign of a winner right there. And so just take that mindset, like, think of like every decision I make. Here's I'll kind of end with this. Like, every decision I make affects every single one of my team members, their spouses or partners, their kids. And so every decision I have to make impacts 100 plus people. Yep. So I take every decision that I make super serious, because every decision I make can change the trajectory of everybody on my team. And so if you look at everything that you're doing, whether you're in a restaurant business right now, whether you're, running a team at insert office, you can have that impact as a team leader, as a manager, and just put everybody forward first. Everything else follows suit. It absolutely does. Fully believe it.
People first.
Absolutely. And
yes.
I know you said like, hey, you're great and wonderful, Gusty, blah, blah, blah. You're a fantastic leader. I see it from afar.
Thank you.
You pour into your people. And, unfortunately, like you said earlier, being a team leader, being a manager, being a broker owner, being an owner of a business, period, it's lonely at the top. So sometimes we've got to have our people to talk to. So sometimes it's me and you.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you're reaching out to somebody else. I'm reaching out to somebody. You've got to have your people that you have confidence in, that you can say, hey, here's what I went through today. How could I have done better? Or what should I have done in this situation? Get your people. And that's one way, like if you've got leaders watching this, that's how you can always lead better. But you're a great leader. And I wanted you to know that.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It is lonely at the top. And I do think you have to be very cautious about who you ask for advice and who you surround yourself with. I think the old saying of you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It is so true. And sometimes the more successful you become, and I know you've seen this, the further you have to look for people to help influence you and take your business to the next level. And not even your business, your mind as a leader, you know, where you allow your thoughts as a leader to go, and what you should be focused on in order to lead people at the highest possible level. So
yeah,
thank you for that. I cherish our friendship. I'm so glad you agreed to come on. This is a perfect Christmas present for me and so many others watching. Gusty Gulas, if you want to talk to him about partnering with him in Birmingham or elsewhere, you can find him tagged on our post and YouTube and everywhere Michelle Humes Live is. We'd love to hear from you, and thank you for your time. You were awesome.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, my friend. You stay warm. It's cold today.
Faux show.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.